Hey, and welcome. Hey. Let's get that going. Oh, somebody's here. Hey, Kendall. Hey. I'm glad somebody's here. It was looking mighty bleak in these YouTube and internet streets. I was like, has anybody home? Is anybody out there? Is anybody coming? Let me know if you can hear me. Oh, she got her clink. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm pretty sure y'all can see me, but it's the volume that I always question on this thing. Hold on, let me see. Hey, Shayna. Hey, girl. Hey. You guys can hear me all right? Oh, Lord. Yes. How is everybody doing? It's been some time. When was I on here last time? It's been a minute. Is it? Oh, okay. It ain't doing nothing out here. I'm looking out the window. It ain't doing nothing out here. Well, good. Hopefully that means looks like some people are in the room. Some people come, I didn't even start drinking anything yet. People will come through because, I don't like to be out all the time. I said that before. I'm not an out of the house type of person. I shouldn't say that. I was about to look for. Don't know if Facebook. It says Facebook is working, but I don't see it. Let's see. Yep, it's on Twitter. All right, that's all that I can ask for. Thank you, Kendall. I just got wine tonight, and I'm down to the last of my wine, so it's gonna be this one glass of red wine to get me through. Okay. To get me through. Everybody drink responsibly. If you're drinking, don't drive. If you're underage, don't drink. And as always, I almost bought coffee because I was tired and it's been a week and life has life. And so I was like, I was about to have a hot cup of coffee. Coffee. Yes. Long Island cup of coffee. Hey, D. I'm happy you're here. I know you said this is late for you. I'm contemplating, I guess I can ask you guys when you're on here, moving this up to like 9:45, 9:30. Like this particular Saturday, I hate when I move around too much of the camera. Don't like that. And neither does StreamYard. And I'm very, with the hands. I'm very with the hands. Child, what was I saying? Yeah, so Saturday sip, I usually like to do them on my Saturdays off, but I was trying to give you guys 2 in a month instead of 1 in a month, or at least it'll be 2 for the month of September and 2 for the month of October, and then November and December is Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I'm not gonna play myself. It's gonna be 1 and 1, and then we'll get back to the thing, on the new year, doing a little bit more. But I was thinking about moving it up. No, that's why I was saying I was thinking about moving it up a little bit, because you was here for one before. So we shall see. I'm contemplating it. This Saturday I was not off. I had to go into work today. So it was just like, child, I almost did not. That reminds me. Where's my banner? Could do a mental health check-in because your girl is like, ugh, okay. I almost canceled the live, but then I was like, let me not do that because I did the live last night with my panel. And usually when I get on YouTube, it makes my mood better because life has been life and my anxiety and depression. This ain't even Pajama Sundays, but we just gonna talk about it. My anxiety and depression has been so crazy lately, and my finances are having me in a very, very bad way. I'm looking for a second job. And so we add that on top of anxiety and depression. It's just not a very good combination. But I was like, should I cancel it? I came home. I was clear. I went outside with my son for a little while because I feel bad because like my kids are so far apart. If you guys don't know, I have 3 boys. As a matter of fact, I think I'm thinking about adding that next month, just giving you guys like a little more tidbits in these about myself for things you don't know. But for those you don't know, I have three boys, 21, 15, and 8. And the 21 and the 15, it'd be like, so I came home, my 8-year-old was kind of, so I'm like, all right, mommy, throw these Crocs on, throw these Crocs and these little spandex shorts and a t-shirt. Like, I go outside. So he was riding his bike and I was taking a walk. It's, because they say, I hate to exercise, but they say exercise is it's good for your mental health also. So I was like, all right, let me go take a walk. So we did that for a little while. And then we came in, cleaned up. It was a leftovers kind of nice. So we had our leftovers and that was that. And I was just, getting some cleaning. And I was like, should I have some, my ashwagandha and some coffee and just like sit in the bed and watch TV. I started watching Force because I'm behind on my shows. And I was like, then I was like, girl, no. YouTube is your happy space. Get on there, you talk to your people, and you feel better. Like last night, like I said, I was on there with my panel, Shayna, D, Bell, and we had a little after conversation, and I did feel much better. I went to sleep late as hell. I had to be at work this morning, but I did feel much better and sleep. So I was always grateful for that. So I was like, let me just get on here, talk to the people. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of us, hey, Harold, are getting like, more in tune with that side of ourselves because, it used to be taboo in the community and now it's just like, it's a thing. It's a thing. So, and then I found a therapist and she is a great therapist. But she's not on my insurance. So we doing self-pay. So it's kind of like we doing every other week when really every week is necessary, but I'm gonna upgrade because I think I have basic on my insurance. But I do have a little flex spending, so that helps. Um, so we're gonna have to do a little upgrade because we're gonna have to step this thing up to every week and work on some of these things. Okay. But she had me crying. Was it this week? No, that was last week. Didn't even expect that. I don't think she expected it either, but I was like, whoo, child. But I mean, that means, she says, she ain't there to heal me, but to give you the tools that you need to work through things. So, and I got me a little handy dandy notebook because she does give me my homework, and I have to do a better job at getting in on that homework. Okay. Because if you don't do the work, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody else is feeling better. I just like to, like I said, I know it's not pajama Sundays, but we all in this together. So even on a Saturday sip, got to do a mental health check-in. I like to be transparent with you guys and tell you how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. And then I like to see how you're doing. I'm going to take a little sip and get settled. Like I said, we're working on one glass of wine for tonight. I was gonna order. I may have it for the next one because I'm doing another Saturday sip at the end of this month. There's like a little liqueur that I wanted to order, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it in like a milkshake or if I'm gonna put it in like a little iced coffee situation. But if I have it, I always tell you guys what I'm sipping on, even if it's some lemonade or some water. And I'm spilling it on my shorts. Yes, Lord. Yes, yes, yes. How was everybody's labor? Like I said, I haven't talked to you guys. When was the last time I did the last one? It feels so long ago. And I'm so far away. I can't sing. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Please don't do it. It was only 2 weeks ago. I don't know if that's accurate. What was the date for that? That wasn't August 20th was 2 weeks ago. I know it was before school. It feels so long ago since you guys checked in. I would like to be able to do these weekly, but for now, 2 months for September, 2 months for October, one for November, one for December, and then we'll figure it out in the new year. If the new year allows and I can get my together, we can do one a week. I don't go out on Saturday anyway. That's what I was asking you guys. How was everybody's Labor Day? Because it's been a couple of weeks since we talked. My weekend was kind of busy that weekend. I was off Sunday, Monday. I had to work Saturday, but I rushed in the door Saturday, and it was funny because I ran to pick up the kids a pizza, and then I ran into somebody that worked at another branch of my job. I was in the parking lot talking to him for a minute because, you gotta complain about the workforce. So I was talking to him for a while, and I ran home, took a shower, got changed. My 8-year-old Jules, he got his clothes on, and one of my former, I don't want to call him a coworker, my work family, because I love him very dearly, left us one federal job to another federal job. He went someplace else. And when people leave the job, it's very, very hard to kind of keep in contact. And I am guilty of that. But I missed something. I guess I didn't get an invite that they had. One of my other coworkers that left. And so he called me up and was like, "Hey girl." He was like, "Well, he didn't say like that. That's just how I talk. He didn't say hey girl. I'm saying hey girl." um, and he bought a house. He was having a housewarming, and luckily he doesn't live too far from me. So that was pretty cool. And I was just super duper proud of him because he's like my little baby. Because my son, like I said, my oldest son is 21, and I think homeboy, he's closer to my son's age. He might be like 24. But him and his wife, they had their first kid in high school, and they just doing a daggone thing. Mama got her degrees, and he's working, and she's working, and they got the babies, and they got married, and they traveling, and they bought the house. So I'm happy. Hopefully, I get to spend a little more time with their family, and because my youngest and I think his oldest is close 8. I think his son is like 9 or 10. And we went and had a really good time because I didn't even drink. I had one Jello shot, and then I was like, why didn't I drink? Because my oldest son dropped me off. So I was like, I can drink, but then I was like, I had the baby with me, so I kind of try to keep my wits about me. So I had one Jello shot, and then I didn't drink nothing else. Was that Friday? No, that wasn't Friday. That was Saturday because I didn't have to go to work the next day. So I slept, did whatever. Did I? No, I didn't have a pajama Sunday. And then on Sunday, my excuse me with the talking and the gas. My friend from high school, was her birthday was coming. So since it was Labor Day weekend, she had a little, shindig get together. So I just went by myself. I was gonna take my little one with me because that's my road dog. But then I wasn't sure, there would be kids his age. So I just went by myself and just, hung out for a little while and talked to some of the girls from high school, just checking on each other because other than Facebook, it's like I said, keeping in contact is like, okay, it was 2 weeks. It feels like so much longer than that. 2 weeks is like, yikes. So I'll be trying to keep y'all updated. Like you talked to me yesterday. It is. Ugh, yes. Trust me, I know about it. And I'm very grateful. My friend that I grew up with, she was talking about childhood best friend. I always say we know each other since we were 2. I was just talking to her before we came on here. I thought she might jump on, but I think she's trying to go to bed. Um, it might be more than 2, but we were less than the age of 6 when we moved, and she like lived next door to my grandmother who lived around the corner from me growing up, and we maintained our friendship. So when the panorama happened, she was very, very good about checking in on me because she had a lot of friends going through a lot of things. So I always really, really appreciated her for that. And I feel bad because sometimes I'm like, oh my God. She's always checking in on me and I haven't checked in on her. So I, try to be better. But it's really important to check in on each other. So I'm grateful to her. I'm grateful to my best friend. I have one other friend. Those are like my 3 girls. Um, I have to do a little bit better with checking on her, but she just got married, so she gonna be a little busy, you know what I'm saying? They probably got to go on their honeymoon and do all that good stuff. But and ended up missing her wedding. Her wedding was Labor Day weekend, but I couldn't get the time. And like I said, my money was funny, so I was like not even about to travel. But yeah. Yeah. It's good to stay in sometimes. But my whole thing is sometimes when I stay in, my anxiety and depression gets worse. So since I was invited to some things, I said, let me get out because I'm quick to say no because I'm really, really a homebody. I do like to go out with my kids, but I'm very like, looks like I may be giving you stuff about myself here too, but I'm just very simple. Like you hear me, movies, bowling, stuff like that. Just very, very boring, blase stuff. I could always go for a massage and stuff like that, but I'm not like, I did all my partying already. So yeah, it's nice to stay in, but I did get out. The housewarming I knew I had to make, but then I was really about to skip out on the high school thing, especially, you look at where you are in life and then you're like, you're not where you want to be. And then you get together with your high school friends. And so it's like, no. But I was like, girl, everybody goes through. So I was like, let me just come through because you never know. And she was happy to see me. So I was kind of, glad that I did get up off my arse and go just for a couple hours. I didn't stay too long. Just for a couple hours just to check in and see everybody, see how the ladies is doing. Hey, pretty. I'm hitting the wrong thing. Hey, pretty girl. I did right, hit the right thing. I'll be pressing buttons. But yeah, so I'm glad everybody enjoyed their weekend. Yeah, that was my Labor Day weekend. And now the kids are back to school, which I am happy to get them out of the house and with their back to school stomachs. I'm glad the summer tummies are over because they was eating your girl at a house and home. So I'm glad for them to be back to school, but I'm that parent that it's kind of like I'd be happy that they're back to school, but at the same time, it means, homework and getting up early in the morning to make sure, my oldest son gets on the bus at the crack of dawn and then, make sure that my youngest is taken care of. So, my oldest can put him on bus and he's about to skirt out of here because he finally finished with his associates. So he's trying to go out of state. So then that's a whole nother thing that I'm going to have to deal with at the top of the year. But life. Okay. Yes. And they need it and it's great. Like I said, the only thing I hate is I hate getting up the early mornings. I hate that I have to get to bed. I'm bad as the kids. I hate that I got to get to bed at a decent time and then homework. Even though I'm only doing homework with the 8-year-old because that 15-year-old is on his own. Okay. He's on his own. And I think they only have homework Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Wednesday is Family Connect night. God bless the school district. So, we're supposed to get together as a family, play board games, just do stuff like that. So, most of the time we do it. Sometimes we don't, but I'm just grateful not to have the homework for that day. And he don't have no homework on Friday because he's in the third grade, but I don't know. Look, hopefully he don't start getting no homework on a Friday in the third grade. It does. The biggest thing I hate is making sure they're active and not eating up all my food. Yeah, because then you don't have to have them on like a great unless you have them in camp, which I was supposed to put the little one in camp and I kind of fumbled the bag. So yeah, that's and I know you guys are working from home. I work outside the house, but even still, it's just like being able to get up at like 7 something as opposed to getting up at 5 something to make sure my 15-year-old has everything he needs and he does not miss the bus and I don't have to drive him to school. So it's just like, but I'm just hoping for, and then I forgot to take pictures of one on the first day. My 15-year-old does not like to take them back to school pictures, child. He be looking at me like, I am too grown and fly for this, but I'm a mama, so I'm gonna take the pictures, the back to school pictures. And then I was like, should I put the pictures up? Should I not put the pictures up? And then I ended up putting them. And then I feel like I'm off my square this year because I'm usually way more prepared when they ain't had no new backpacks. So I did end up getting a new backpack for my oldest son, the library. Had some they were given, but they fumbled the bag because Jules, a lot of people think Jules is Julie. So I was like, well, I'm supposed to do it a pink backpack. I got boys. They were like, ooh, but he wanted something different anyway. So I still got to order his backpack. But I'm usually way more prepared when they get ready to go back to school than I was this year. Just, I feel like, and that's why I'm kind of glad I started therapy. And I hate to talk about mental health on like a chill kickback Saturday day, but I just like life got to me. Like this year has been particularly rough. Mother's Day with my mother's alive, but we don't have the greatest relationship. Mother's Day was rough this year. The summer was rough. Even my staycation and then back to school, I was like, I am off my square. Okay. I am not like typical prepared Kira. Kira is usually like EGOBS prepared. school supplies and everything. Like they gave him some stuff because like if you wait, then they just give it to him. But I was like, that's okay. That's okay. They can't see all that. They can't see all of that. Right. I'm ready for the next break. And the next long one is really Christmas because Thanksgiving ain't even it's not long enough. So it's like I'm like Pretty Girl says, I'm like what was that you just said pros and cons? Look, yeah, it was Pretty Girl said pros and cons. Like the summer's got its great things and school's got its great things, and it's just like I guess we all gonna be complaining. I told you, next career, I'm gonna get on y'all level and get me a job where I can work from home because right now I cannot. Um, it absolutely is. And that's what I was gonna ask, Pretty Girl. I was trying to ask you in your live, where do you be couponing from? Please fill us at the end because I need to figure something out to get these grocery costs down. I be trying to get as much generic stuff as I can, but I mean that only goes but so far. But yes, out of house and home, me and the 8-year-old, our eating habits are similar because I try to eat smaller portions. And he likes to snack a lot. I mean, he can't eat, but the other two, forget it. Hey, EJ, I was about to inbox you on Instagram too because I had a question for you, but I'll do that later. I gotta get my mind right and figure out what it was I was about to get into. Oh, yeah. I don't think I have either. And then no, I don't can't say that. We used to take more family trips, and I think last year we didn't take one. This year we didn't take one. The year before last, we drove down to Carolina and visited the one I just said that got married. We visited her, and the kids had a good time. But I really should have just hopped in the car and maybe I'm trying to see because I be trying to talk this lotto thing into fruition. So if I hit the lotto like I want to hit the lotto, or wait, was it today? Did it come up yet already? Then the younger two haven't been to Disney. Me and the older one been to Disney a bunch of times. So I would like to do that. But if not, at the very least, like I said, my childhood best friend is actually in South Carolina. We might have to hop in the car and take a trip. It's funny, my you say uh catch a flight. My youngest one hasn't been on a plane and he says he doesn't want to. I'm like, let's try it. Mommy, I don't like flying either, but it's it's a means to an end. So I don't like it, but I can do it. But I don't want him to, be scared. He got, certain things, but some things we have to move past. Yeah, I feel like January and February was like a little slow creeping, and then it was like, and now it's like I don't even know what's going on anymore. What WF? What am I missing? WFH market. What's that? Why am I so slow? In your room, close my door when you pass. He wanted me to leave the door open. Sorry, I could have muted y'all. Sun's just coming in. Okay, good. I think you know what it was. I'm gonna inbox you on Instagram. Um, cause uh listen, I'll even take that because those be the high ticket items. When I run out of fabric softener and like detergent, I'm like, this is the week I can have fabric softener, detergent, all this other stuff. I was like, oh my God. Oh, WFH market. What kind of jobs are those? Why am I missing the lingo of the three letters? Let me scroll down. Oh, work from home. And everybody gets to see. I told y'all my brain be plot processing slow time sometimes, and I was working today. It was hot as hell outside, so we're gonna chalk it up to that. That's what Shayna and Pretty Girl just said too. Oh gosh, yes, yes, gotta get them tenderized. Remember, I still, I'm guilty of. They were talking about like Ajax and stuff for your tub. I'm guilty of that with the tub. I'll be marinating the tub, whether it's powder or just scrubbing bubbles. I'll be like, shh, let that marinate a little bit. Come back, clean it off, go and get everything nice and good. But funny enough, I sprayed my oven tonight with the easy off. I'm gonna leave it to the morning and then I'm gonna spray it again and I'm gonna scrub it down something good because that oven looks a mess. And I gotta clean the refrigerator because my kids be spilling stuff and don't get. Yeah, I mean 10 years later, my brain was like WFH. Yeah, okay, Kara. You be all right. See, thank you. I knew if I scrolled down, but then it caught my brain finally caught up with the thing. Y'all gotta let me know. But see, I want well, right now I'm looking for a second job that's a work from home, but I want something that like not even like a job, which is harder to find. I know that doesn't make any sense, but like something that I can just do like a couple hours at night and then like on my Sundays when I'm off and whatever my days of the week, just for some extra income. And those are so hard to find. And then they be giving you like BS ones that you'd be like, you know what are you doing? BS. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Terry. Child, listen. I'm right there. I mean, eventually I want to get a full-time work from home, but right now I'm just looking for something to supplement my little baby salary. I don't even like to call it a salary because my bills disagree with that. But yeah. So kids is back to school. And then right before school, this 15-year-old of mine, he loved to break a phone. He broke his phone. And so now we still ain't got the doggone phone. Because I think I talked about all that on one of my lives. He broke the phone and I was going to show him a lesson, which I don't even think that worked. Yeah, I think I discussed it. I went to Apple, and then Apple was like something about your insurance. Go to T-Mobile, and then T-Mobile was like, go on your phone. And then I went on my phone, and then my phone told me to call, and then I called, and then they put it in. And then the next day, then they denied it, and I had to put it in again because some reason T-Mobile had his phone listed as the wrong phone, which I didn't catch. So then I had to redo it again. And then the phone was supposed to show up on Friday because I wanted to take it to either T-Mobile or Apple and get them to turn the Find My Phone off because it's broken. I know they're going to want to send it back. And so now we just gonna have two phones going off. So I wanted to be able to do that this weekend, but now the phone ain't supposed to come in until Monday. But excuse me. Yeah. Can we talk about the inflation of things? Everything is up but this pay. Let me say how angry I was. And I'm trying to stop cursing too. And my kids, I was just like skirting around. I was lucky that I went to the mall because sometimes, like my oldest son, if he has a problem with his phone, he'll go to Best Buy and get it fixed. But I'm like, I don't want to go to Best Buy because he has an older phone, and this is exactly why he has an older phone. Because I'm not even going to tell you what number phone he's on. I got this now. My case a little cracked up. Like my boss gave me a gold star. I put it on my You on her nerves. Um, I don't have the same phone for, I think it's coming up on 2 years. But the only thing that's cracked is the case. But he took it out the case. Child, like I said, let me not get into it because Lord. Yes. Listen, because otherwise you just wouldn't have it. Because that's how it went back in the day. Oh, you want to tear some shit up? Now you don't have nothing, and you'd be like, they broke the TV in there. That TV remember broke for months, and I'm like, I'll get a new one eventually. But for right now, y'all just gonna be chilling. And I have boys, so it's just shenanigans on top of shenanigans on top of shenanigans. And I always exclude my oldest one from that because, like I said, he's 21, he's grown, he ain't with the shit. He be in here, his head be ready to explode, and I'd be like, child. But they were shenanigans and broke that TV, and I was like, last year broke the laptop. Still haven't fixed either one of them. So I be trying to show these lessons, and then it just don't be, whatever. Not these cell phones, but dude, my oldest son, I think my oldest son broke. Now he got to be an adult, but that's on his dime. He broke. He was younger. He maybe broke one phone doing some stupid shit with his friends. And that was back in the day when you used to be able to, you have a contract. We used to be able to buy a phone for like cheap because I remember I was on the family plan with my parents and I had added him on there and I think I paid like $7 for his phone. And so he was like scared to that. I was like, that's why I got you the cheapest, whatever cheapest iPhone was at the time, because I'm like, I knew it was your first phone, you're gonna break it. So you expected to break it once, but once, twice, thrice. Yeah, because it's like, well, I know we don't have a home phone because nobody really has home phones anymore. And that's like my way of communicating with him. Plus, you never know what's going on with these schools. And if something pop off, like, I don't want to have a problem. Like, there's nobody, I can't even say that. But if something happens in school, he got to be able to get in contact with his mama. I don't care what the schools say. So it does. Hold on one second. I gotta start taking my hay fever medicine again. Here goes my nose. My nose is doing those things. Yeah, the quality is definitely different. That's what the cost of everything's gone up and the quality's gone down. Is he making a smoothie? Goodness gracious. Can y'all hear that? I hope not. I'm still trying to reach over here to the daggone tissue without knocking my whole setup over. My 21-year-old on his own time, I tell you. His own damn time. No, right? And the freaking 8-year-old want a damn phone, and I'm like, you better get out my damn face. You don't even look at me till you double digit. I think my 21-year-old got his first phone at like 13, and then my middle son, I think I got his at like 12, but that was for a certain reason. So I was like, mm-mm. Let me tell you something. My brother's kids, the first one, he's 25 now. So he had old school like flip Obama phone. The younger one didn't have one. He was so mad. He was like, I ain't even have a phone that good. I'm like, ooh, you older kids be hating. um, I'm the baby, so that's why I say baby hating on the come up. Listen, and this time he had got back birthday money. So my brother and his wife sent him money. My parents gave him a gift card. My grandmother gave him a gift card. So I was like, bro, like I have insurance, so it's $100 to replace the whole phone. I'm like, you kind of for one of them $50 gift cards. And I told him, I said, and the next time you break another phone because you refuse, once we got this phone fixed, actually, there was a lost phone in there somewhere. This is the replacement for the lost phone that he now broke. So I was like, I have to replace another phone to get insurance, and I'm like, I'm not paying for it. I'm like, I paid for half, and next time I'm paying for nothing. So you'll sit here until you can figure out how to pay for the phone because I drop mine all the time, but this freaking OtterBox is pretty good. Like I said, it's like it's cracked up. It's a little banged up. I mean, I could just get another case. It's cheaper to get another case than to get a phone. All right, Shayna. Thank you for coming through. That's my Ready to Love panel member. You can go check out our last live we did last night was on D Movie Man's channel. So check us out. Check us out. Ooh, we all on the same see, we all on the same vibrations, but not, like I said, hopefully we get the lotto or at the very least get a second job so I could take the kids to Florida next year. But if not, I'm going. I'm not gonna put that up there. I cannot. Oh my God. Child. And they doing a bunch of changes at work too. So it was like the perfect storm of school starting back and all of these. I'm like about to lose my mind. I'm just trying to keep it together. And I don't think I'm ready to leave my job. Well, maybe it's that what God is trying to tell me, because I mean, if that's what you're trying to tell me, Lord, then direct me in the next career path, please. Because it's supposed to be a career. It's just like her name. It's just like her name is there. Pretty girl. She's another one that be cranking out the content like you and Tamika and EJ. But yeah, Shayna be getting it. And Shayna got kids too. It's like, whew, girl. Yeah. I'm thinking about, because I'm going to add more to these things. Like I said, next month, you like might get little tidbits. Although I do give you guys tidbits about myself in here anyway. So I might add that to the step next month. I might throw a little like trivia in there at the beginning as like a little appetizer, like when we first get in the room and nobody's really there, So it's not just like whatever. But we shall see. Really. Um It's not, and that's why I'm struggling. And it's like I keep but like I said, the depression and anxiety is real, but I'll be having to try to force myself because it's something that I want to do. Like every time I'm ready to stop, I'm like, but I like YouTube, and I like my YouTube community. I like so, and it's like, so I'm trying not to stress the numbers and like make myself rush to get out things when everybody else get out, because life just don't life that way. Like sometimes I come home and then you gotta cook or clean or do homework, or sometimes like it's a leftovers night. It could be a family connect night, and I figure I'm going to get something done, and it's like something crazy will happen, like the little one and bust his head, and oh now you got to go to the doctor. It's just like the most random crazy stuff happens, and I'm like, and that's why I done stop apologizing and saying like what the reason was to be late in the video. Like y'all know the video is late, so if I put it up, because I'm sure some people don't care to hear the explanation sometimes, unless it's something that I'm, like, child, let me tell you, because yeah. We trying to figure out what we doing next, Harold. So when it's over, you will still be. Put that up on the screen. Sorry, Shane. I think she's going to. I'm trying to figure that out, Kendall. I was gonna say, because I watch, like, I'm playing catch up on like my shows, because I'm just doing really slow with putting content out. That's why I've been trying to give you more lives and more movies, so that at least the content is there. But I must admit, I was going to do The Comeback, and I just did y'all watch that? It was on Peacock with that was last month that came out, I think. think that was on my last month. Yeah, I think that was on a honorable mention on my last month watch list. I was gonna watch. I did watch. I watched the comeback on Peacock with Tay Diggs and April. Well, I can't remember April's last name. It don't matter. April from Love and Hip Hop. Omarion's child's mom. I watched it. I didn't like the beginning. The ending was okay, but I was like, yeah, I'm not fixing to recap that. So now I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's gonna be my next movie? I might double back and do one of these. There was a BT movie that I might do. I have to look and see. Yes, come through. Dang. Cause I want to see I still want to see, like, I'm one of the few people, like, I put up content late, but when other people put up content late, like, if I want to see it, I don't really care when it was. Especially sometimes I don't watch things one time, but like I still want to see, they clone Tyrone recap, especially since you got that early. So I want to see what you have to say. Mm-mm-mm. Best part was the end part when that man just got old in his feminine energy and lost his I cannot. Really? Yeah. See, I don't work from home. And so I be trying to watch my mouth on here because people be sneaking and you think that people don't be. I don't have a problem being transparent with y'all, but it's like I got family that I'd be like, I don't fool with y'all, and I keep trying to tell you motherfuckers don't come find me on YouTube, and then it's just like you never know who can find you. But yeah, just not working from home doesn't help. Working, period, don't it can help. And that's why I've been trying to. Now I haven't got, 'cause your schedule is awesome. I haven't gotten as good to like schedule out my Housewives of Atlanta and like my recap content, but I try to make sure to schedule the Saturday sips and the watch list and the pajama Sundays, because that when I do schedule it, it makes me stick to it. But I can't. I'll make a schedule in my phone or a piece of paper and then have to like change it because like life happens and I'm like not even about to stress myself out. It was okay. I mean, if you have Peacock and it's as good as a Tubi movie. It just some parts of it annoyed me and I was looking for it because of the chemistry between April and Tay for it to be more, not that it wasn't funny, but for it to be more funny and more like the little TikTok type of thing. But Josie, why you open the door? Child. Sipping on my wine. I got one cup of wine at night. Trying to be good. Hmm. They are. That's why I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it was all right. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna do next. It's a series I want to go back. I don't even want to say what it is because I'm behind. Not actually. Let me not say I'm behind because it came out last year. Last year's show would be like a throwback. There's a series that I wanted to do on Netflix. It's only this last season was 6 episodes that I want to go back into. So I'm gonna try to work those in. I think starting in October. I thought like the content was gonna slow down because of the strike, which please pay these people their money. And then I feel bad. Part of me like wants to cancel because I still have cable. Don't ask. But part of me be wanting to cancel my streaming. So I'm like, is that in support and solidarity to these people? Because but it hasn't slowed down yet. I'm scared like end of year. I mean, whenever it does, I'm just gonna do throwbacks because I don't have a problem with that. All right now. I'm gonna be bothering you just like I was bothering you for the other stuff. I like sweet wine, so if you are not a sweet wine drinker, like my taste is not going to be your taste. Did I throw the bottle out for this one? There's one I think it's called Roscato, which is a red Moscato. That one's a little bit less sweet, and then they say the red wine is better for than you. And then also the blue bottle Bartonura Moscato. I also like that one. That's a white, but they make it in a I think they make it in a blush and a red, but the white one is my favorite. There's a Riesling. My best friend's not on here. I don't know if it's ice. I can't remember what the brand is, but there's a Riesling that I like, but that's on the sweetest side too. It's funny because I think this is the end of the bottle of the red, but I do have a bottle of Prosecco, but I don't know. I feel childish when it comes to the wine because I can't do like a really dry wine, even though you're supposed to pair those with things, which is why I want to do like Long Island. We have a lot of wineries, especially out east. I wanted to do a wine tour either this month or next month. It was funny. I asked my 21-year-old, I was like, "You want to do a wine tour?" And he was like, no, not with you. I'm like, I miss doing things with him. That's why I was like happy when he did come see the Barbie movie for the second time with us because he really be on his own time, and I be trying to let him live his best life because he's mad because he was that class of 2020, so he was supposed to go to Clark Atlanta. He got in. I don't want him to go all the way to Georgia, but they weren't on campus, so I was like, I'm not paying that for you to sit at home. So he ended up going to community college, and then it took him 3 years. His 2-year associates, which I can't say nothing because I still don't have my bachelor's. So I was just glad, he's trying. But now he finished last month, but it's too late for him to go out of state. So he wants to go out of state in January. But I miss him. I'm trying to let him live his best life. But it's like, I don't force him to do anything, which is funny because my mom be like, da 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 da. I be like, that man is grown. He got a phone. Call him and say whatever you want to say to him. I try not to force him to do many things. Like he tries to, work with my schedule in terms of helping me with the little one. But outside of that, like I stopped making him take Christmas pictures a long time ago. I said we were going to get back to taking family photos, but unless it's like one of the kids' birthdays and he's here, like I don't require him to like do you. But I got off on a tangent, but I did want to go do like the winery thing. So it's like babe, you fishing? You caught a fish? We about to eat good. We eating tonight. We about to eat good. Fish, this little bitty goldfish. Ooh, listen, listen. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I meant to catch your fourth recaps before the season started because I was like, but they gave you that little thing at the beginning because I was like, I don't think I'm gonna remember, but I still gotta finish. I was watching that before I got on. I still gotta watch the last 15 minutes because I was telling you, I was like, I only watched episode one, but the first episode so far, unless that 15, 20 minutes at the end, it's killing it. The first episode was better. So I have to agree with you then. But ain't nothing wrong with that. I've thought about definitely we will all be doing the throwbacks. And somebody gonna be watching them. Hey, Tanika. I'm sure everybody in here is not that many people in here, which is just fine because some of y'all folks with all these subscribers and the folks getting crazy in the comments. So I'm kind of happy sometimes to keep it cute and small and ain't nobody saying nothing crazy. But I mean, so you guys probably all know to get in here. But if you don't, go ahead and subscribe. Sis be working. Tamika, pretty girl. EJ was in here. Shayna, D Movie Man, all my fellow YouTubers in the struggle. And a little Golden Girls, a little. Somebody else was talking about Golden Girls. Was it Bondi Blue? Different World? Any of that? Any of them old ones? Oh, where's my pen? Ooh, let's see here. Here. I'm gonna write it down. Somebody else that told me one. spell cure it. Spell. And it's a sweet red. I'ma try it. And most of the time, I think too is like I said, because I don't pair wines, I don't like a dry wine. Like a lot of times when I'm drinking wine, I'm just drinking wine. I'm not like eating cheese or eating a meal. And the red pairs with the steak, and the white pairs with the poultry and the fish. We're not doing all that. We're just having a Saturday sip, or we're having. Who was it? Somebody said wine and popcorn, which I was laughing. And we sit in the bed and we just chilling and having a little kickback. I do. Some of them are just dry. I can't remember if it's ice. There's one brand always have to go bother my best friend because that's a Riesling that she had bought for me before that. I'm always like, what's the name of the Riesling? But as long as it doesn't have to be sweet, but I just don't like that dry ain't for me. Everybody just saying, like I was saying, I got so much stuff to catch up on. I still gotta watch the tail end of freaking Fatal Seduction, which I heard the end is so good, and the last 2 episodes of Lioness, which it was really good at the beginning. So I have to watch the last 2 episodes of that, and I have to watch part 2 of Love and Marriage Detroit Reunion. I think that came on tonight. I'm just glad that show is over, child, because them folks was arguing and they was getting on my nerves. Although, because y'all said y'all wasn't going to watch it. I think that was on my honorable mentions on my August watch list. Y'all said y'all wasn't going to watch no doggone Toya and Janae on We and All Black. But I recommend it. It's pretty good. It's giving you that family dynamic. And, first of all, I love a New Orleans accent, baby. I'm a sucker for it, okay? So I love Toya's accent. And they're giving you a lot of like family dynamic because her family is off the chain, baby, okay? And little grown Rajane, now she putting your uncle in check, but I wasn't mad. And she was like, Ma, he's grown. Like, why you arguing with him and get mad over stuff he's supposed to be like? Just let him sit there and be mad. I was like, let him be mad. Let him be mad. It's just a matter of the whole strike thing because BMF is March, right? And Raising Canaan is Raising Canaan November. I have them written down somewhere because I keep my little book and then I have the months. So when I get ready to do the watch list, it's already, I add stuff to it, but it's already down there. But actually, that I don't even put on the watch list anymore because it's so. I try to put at least 20 things on there, so much stuff on there. So I put on the community tab, like the series that are returning. So all your powers and stuff you usually find there. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Okay, see, so I'm not the only one. I can't. And I think that's because it's supposed to be paired. I think it's supposed to have like a dry with like a chocolate or, certain stuff where you're drinking it almost like a glass of water. But yeah, I just like wine for wine's sake. So I prefer a sweet. Not too sweet because some of y'all, I don't want to call no names, be drinking like Taylor Port, and that is disgusting to me. That is like, isn't it like I think of it, that might not be what it is, but I think of it's port, but it's like a cooking sherry in my head. I'm like, disgusting. And no offense to anybody who likes it. If you like it, I love it because like I said, I like my sweet wine, but that I don't pretty like. Oh, look, see, I got me writing down more. So that's a red jam jar, and then this is a Riesling. Child, like I went and had somebody look my brain. I'm writing it out. Riesling. Ain't nothing wrong with organic. I think that's what my best friend needs, organic wine, because she's, life be life. Now your body be doing all kinds of crazy things. So that might be good for a girl's night. Somebody was clowning and trashing Snoop Dogg's, I can't forget what it's called. Something crimes. I'm getting the name all wrong. It's like, oh, it tastes like juice. Well, I ran to the liquor store, bought the wine, and I was like, this ain't even sweet like that. Like you calling it juice, but it's not sweet. I guess it's just not like the quality of the wine, child. I don't even know. I don't even know. Yes, I love New Orleans. New York, I mean, New York is New York. I'm a New Yorker, so, and you're a New Yorker, so it's like New Orleans and Baltimore for some reason. Ah, Baltimore, Baltimore. You. Erica, anybody watch Erica Vane? I love her. I love her accent. Love her accent. Ain't nothing wrong with ginger ale. Sometimes I get on here and I have homemade lemonade and it just be regular lemonade or whatever. That's why I said we sipping on whatever. It could be water, ginger ale, hell, chocolate milk. I don't care. I was about to have some coffee. I told them some coffee, but I was like, have a little, have my last little bit of wine. Have them keep it cute. Okay. We love a charcuterie. My sister-in-law makes the best charcuterie boards. She does. And they be busting it down. She be like, girl, you better go in there before your brother and your nephews gonna be like running in there. It's okay. I mean, if that's what you like, you like, you know. It's like I can't stand like Kool-Aid jammers. Like when I buy my son juice boxes, we get like juice boxes. I'd be like, oh, you know Kool-Aid jammers. Now I ain't gonna front because when I grew up, I was drinking them Kool-Aid jammers. I was drinking them little quarter waters, hug bottles. So which are disgusting now, by the way. I don't know what they did to them or if they just always tasted like that. I was like, ooh, this is nasty. Love it, love a Baltimore. Leather charcuterie board. Yes, 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 yes. But yeah, like I was saying, y'all should check it out. I think it's 3 episodes. I haven't watched the third episode, but I watched the first 2 episodes of Tori and Rajane, and I enjoyed it. And I mean, I feel like where reality TV, when it first comes out, it'd be real good to you because it's new and it's fresh. The same thing with like Love and Marriage Detroit. Like the first, I was like, okay. And then I was like, these people are mad annoying and they're not likable. And all they do is fuss and fight and they don't really know each other and what are they arguing about. But I enjoy it and I like I said, I like the family dynamic and we get to see, toxic family. Her husband just be like, Red just be like chilling, like he was sitting back there, like kind of like reminds me of Todd. Like if I gotta pop off, I'm gonna pop off, but I'm gonna just sit back here and chill and let y'all do what y'all doing. But I've been enjoying it. I watched the first, like I said, I think the third episode just came out like Thursday, but I watched the first 2 episodes. That's all right. That's okay. Somebody gonna come running in and get some. You won't try to make it a board for one, and then hubby or somebody gonna come in and be like, "Thank you, yum yum yum." House. Who's what's the name is Canadian? That be in the Discord. Jeremiah is from Canada. My kids haven't been to Canada. I need to get my act together. But before you used to not have to have, well, you might be able to get that the other license to go through Canada. But before you used to be able to just go through Canada. My brother's upstate, not too far from Albany, but we, went up to I almost said Rochester, not Rochester, Niagara Falls. Like we went to see it Niagara Falls. And I remember this when I was a kid driving to the other side and going to Canada. I haven't been to Canada since I was probably like my 15-year-old age. Hey, Inga. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't been I feel bad. I've just been in such a way that I've been so busy. I haven't been trying to do more with my channel, but I haven't been as supportive as I normally try to be. Try to pop in other people's lives and leave comments and do all of that good stuff because it's so important. I haven't been in forever, and my kids haven't been, and I really need to take them. When I was like naming all the different places I have been, my kids are like, I feel like the older one has lived some life. The more kids you have, the less money. So I did things with him. He went to private high school, and then he went to private school before that, fifth through eighth. And we was talking about that. I was telling my high school friends that he couldn't go on the trip to Italy in high school, and he was so pissed. Um, and then something happened when he was in he didn't have his passport anyway, but his private school that was fifth through eighth, they did go to Florida and something else. He used to always go to the Broadway plays and stuff like that. So he had he's been out into this world, but he hasn't been out of the country. But they were supposed to go, not Cuba. They were supposed to go somewhere out of the country, and then they had to end up canceling the trip. So I was like, yeah. Yeah, but I feel like he like us YouTubers, he's just trying to get the content out. So y'all mentioned he's stretching the Love and Marriage Huntsville out 6 days from Sunday. So now he's doing the same thing with Bell Collective through that Detroit in there. And I'm just like, and at first it was good, but I don't know. When the people aren't likable, it's child, child, child. Oh, look, see, I gave you guys some more gold and I got it all over the place. I got it all over the place. So I decided to give you a gold lip too because I mean, it's two different. This is a lipstick and this is the same brand. But I was like, since it's gold all over my face, I'm just gonna give them a little gold lip, a little kickback up in this mug. But yeah, child, I don't even know. So yeah. I have to figure out Kendall. I still have to think about that. I know that was like 20 minutes ago. Let me talk about what movie I'm doing next. I did The Pass for you guys that didn't see it. I did a live on that one. I had a really good time on that one. Sometimes I be in my head. Like I did a live on the ultimatum, and I think I was in my head. Not that many people showed up, and it was kind of late. So um I was in my head a little bit with that one, but I did that. If any of you guys were interested because the season was what it was, I just did one long 1 hour live um for the ultimatum. And I'm debating on whether I'm going to do anything with Love is Blind because that's coming back. That's usually a lot harder because it's more couples and more people to break down. So I don't know if I want to do. It depends. If they drop that whole season, I don't think they're going to do that for Love is Blind. But like they did for Ultimatum, I can't. Only because Ultimatum didn't give. I could just do it in one live. But maybe if they give me 3 and 3, then I'll just have to figure out a way to do lives for that. That's if it's interesting. The last season was messy as so, and I really wanted to review that one, and I did a bunch of notes, and I think I did an hour of video that I had to edit, and I just stopped, and I was like, I think I was trying to do 2 episodes together or 3 episodes together, or just and I was like, never mind. And then it was getting late, and so I just decided just not to do it. But screw well. Trying to give y'all a little cuteness for here. Probably gonna put my sweater on soon because me and my son with this air. I turn the air off, he turns the air on. So I put the sweater here because I already knew this is comfortable, but when he gets that air going, I mean the wine keeping me a little bit warm, but it's like See, you be having all the quotes. You be watching everything, and your memory is awesome. My memory is freaking woo whack, child, whack, 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 whack. So, like I said, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to do Love Is Blind, but you'll see. If I do, you'll see it. I don't even know if y'all want to watch it or not because, yeah. But if I want to do it, I'm just going to do it and put it out there. If I was going to do it and put it out there, like I said, we did a Ready to Love panel last night on the Movie Man's channel. So you guys go on over there and check that out. I am hosting the upcoming week next Friday on my channel. So if you guys watch it, come through. If it gives, it gives. If not, we give you a good time between D and me and Shayna and Belle. We try to, do what it do. So that's next week. And then I'm listening to The Other Black Girl on Audible. How many hours I got left? I have 4 hours left. Let me see. 1, 2. Okay, so I have 4 hours left and 4 days. I'm reading The Other Black Girl on Audible because I don't have the book anyway, but I do, have it on Audible. So I'm trying to finish that before the series comes out in 4 days. So it's a little slow. I'm really excited watching like the trailers and the commercials and stuff for The Other Black Girl. But I want to finish the book first, which I don't know why I want to do that because I remember which one of them was it? Was it Waiting to Exhale? One of those Terry McMillan books I read right before the movies, and that was a mistake. Because sometimes, like, it's too fresh in your mind, you compare it, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm older and a little more mature now. I'm doing it anyway. So I have 4 hours left to listen to. Like I said, the beginning is kind of slow, but it looks good. So I'm really excited to see that. That obviously is going to be on my watch list coming up at the All right, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the last 15 or 20 minutes before I'm gonna hop off of here in a few minutes myself and watch the last few minutes and just relax in my bed, light my candle. Are you doing your Sunday church service of Force tomorrow? Because I may come through if I'm up. Since I have watched it, I see Lamont and Moochie did one tonight, but I was watching it at the same time. I'm like, well, I can't go very very well watch that. But yeah, so I'm listening to The Other Black Girl. I don't know if I'm gonna recap that or not. I think that they're dropping. I don't know if that's 6 episodes or 8 episodes, but I think they're dropping like how Hulu likes to do 3 at once. So okay, I will see you at the Sunday service then. Oh, and I was trying to say Kira, not Kyra. That's what I was trying to say before. I'll see you at Sunday service, Pastor. Now, ooch, ouch, ooch. But what's the name? Gabe, Erica Peoples Gabe. I don't know about Drew. And Drew is supposed to be in, I think I'm gonna put that as an honorable mention. I can't, oh my God, I don't have the name of it. I wrote it down somewhere, but I put it on my other computer. I'm trying to, what? Drew is in, because they was clowning her. Rajane, speaking of Rajane Carter. Boxed in. No, girl, it's no problem. I was just no problem. Boxed In, which I think is now on Tubi, is starring Rajane Carter, and I think Drew Sidora is in that. And now Boxed In 2 is coming out on Peacock sometime this month. Like I said, I'll put it in the honorable mentions of the watch list. So they was clowning Drew because Drew was talking about, oh, she don't try to clean it up at the reunion, which I will talk about that because I'm going to do a live for, I think on Wednesday night, I'm going to do a live for both episodes of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Be damn. Hopefully, I'll have the other ones up before that. But if I don't, like I said, I'm just doing that as a principle at this point because I just want to have the list complete, and I'm notorious for not finishing lists, and so I'm trying to hold myself to be accountable, whether it gets 2 views or 3 views, just to get it up there. So if I for some reason don't get that up there, I think Wednesday night I'm going to do a live Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion recap for both the episodes so we can talk the foolishness. Okay. But yeah, so they was clowning Drew because Drew was talking about after this, she was only doing Lifetime and better, which I get. She took less money. But then they were like, Drew's in a movie on Tubi, and that's what they were talking about, boxing with Rajane Carter. And I think she's going to be in part 2, which is on Peacock. So I'm gonna check it out. I have to figure out what movie I'm doing next. Somebody close my door to get off in a minute because here y'all go. I know it's look one more episode and it's over, and then y'all got Potomac in November, I think, and Married to Medicine, which I'm excited to see. Yes, I'm trying to hold myself accountable. That's why I'm doing the lives, and like I said, I've been doing the little bit of scheduling with the Pajama Sundays, the watch list, and the Saturday sips to hold myself accountable to those dates. Somebody close my door. But yeah. I only get off here in a few minutes. I will talk a little entertainment news before I go. And we're talking about this D how light skin Keisha, Big Bang Bisha. Well, we didn't talk about this part. She's pregnant after that man done talk. I wish Nita was in here, talked all crazy, and now she's pregnant. I was like, her and the Chloe is actually pregnant after that whole thing with Funky Dineva, which I was like, for shame. I'm like, I can't say nothing because I have kids and it wasn't the best situation, and I try to tread lightly because you don't know who's watching. Also, I want my kids to be like, my mom was online talking. We're not gonna do that. But I get it, but I'm just like, child, don't nobody want to be a baby mom, and then she want to be on there fighting with the his other kid's mom. I know. How do you feel about Phaedra being on there? I don't know. I want to see Phaedra on Married to Medicine, but we're gonna see it. I seen the little preview. So, and speaking of these men's and that, Kiki Palmer is back with her baby daddy. Does it feel like a setup or nah? Nah, I don't think it was though. Who Coca Vanga, light skin Keisha, whose name is not Keisha. That's what I was talking about. We were talking about on the panel. How your name is Samantha? And then I could have swore that she was light skinned Keisha because it was like a whole bunch of Keishas in the neighborhood, and she was the lightest, which everybody says she's not light. So I'm thinking the other Keishas must have been like darker, like my complexion, for her to be considered light skinned because we do that sometimes. So I do have, you know, sometimes trouble with the whole light skin thing. But how your name is Samantha and you go by light skin Keisha? I feel bamboozled and led astray that she told us that for all those years, and now we find out that her name is Samantha. But okay, it's whatever. And then they said it had something to do with Keisha from Belly, but I was like, can't think of the actress's name, but she's so gorgeous. Look, I just be happy when I get them. I do that too. I do the movie references, and Misha says she has like song lyrics. I said I do that too. Like, because sometimes I say it always on our recaps, and I'll be like, yeah, I know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. And I'm just like, why am I like this? Why is everything a song or a quote? Why is it giving? Everything is giving. I'm like, it's brown skin Sam for sure. LSK is BSS. That doesn't have such a nice ring. Yeah, and even when she was on there, I can't remember who it was who had an issue with her saying that he had cheated with whoever with her, and she was like, nah, nah, nah. But he's just out of pocket. I mean, like I said, I can't say anything because my experiences have been less than great. I am single now. And then I just have random people either pop in or pop out or pop up, and I'm like, y'all are doing a lot, but I'm getting better with these. I'm getting better with the red flags. I'm getting better with the boundaries. I just said, Lord, like, don't give me like a real fine one with his life together and have him dog me. Dog me out. I think my mind will be like, oh my God, what just happened? But that's why I see I'm just working on myself, doing my therapy, trying to be a better person, be a better mom, and just leave all of that alone. Speaking of freaking loving hip hop, Atlanta, freaking Erica Mena is getting fire all over the place, although they did use her behind for those ratings because they didn't really have to air that. They didn't have to air that, and I understand. Listen, I get it. I tend to be sensitive about my kids too, but I'm grown, so we're not throwing hands because I have no interest in going to jail. That's first. And you have to just learn to get over some things. Like, and then it wasn't like, oh, it wasn't about her kid. It was about her parenting. Tomato, tomato, I guess. But I get it. We don't all have to be, the good sis Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. Sometimes when they go low, we take it to the flow. And kind of depending on your age, sometimes I'm like, that's fine. But you taking it to the flow should not require you to use a slur. That's just my personal opinion. I didn't like that. I didn't agree with it. I didn't co-sign it. I'm kind of with, was it Bondi? I've been watching so many different people's takes on it. Like, I'm not gonna throw my cape for Spice because Spice doesn't seem to care. And also Spice is being an asshole, and she kind of should have stayed out of the whole thing. And then also, like, you throw on your cape for Safari, which but just in terms of the slur, no, because I'm really weird. Like, I think they're right over here and I can reach them. I don't even send my kids to school and nothing that got a damn monkey on it. And there were these pajamas, they like vintage because I think I passed them down for all of my kids. And they're a really good school pajama because sometimes they have pajama day. And they're like the grandpa with the button up and da da da. Because I like either that or like the one piece. We not send them in tight, loose fit and whatever. But she is absolutely no. And now she's fired from going forward from Hush. I think sounds like what's gonna happen is she's gonna be on the second season of Hush, and then going forward, they're not gonna use her anymore. God, I was trying to show y'all something, and I'm about to knock I'm about to knock everything over. You can see my whole great. Girl, you could have turned the camera off. I could have. I could have. That's how I felt about it too. They're called Small Paul. I think it's Paul Frank. So like I absolutely love these pajamas. But I would never let my kid wear it to school because I feel like I'm not gonna give you no excuse to mess around and call my kid a monkey ever. We're not like I'm worried about that. I don't so yeah. And then it's like Belle, my panel mate, she had a video and was just talking about like how we give these women access and stuff like that. And I was like, and I've never been a fan of Erica Mena. That's why I was so upset when Safari had me defending her because like you chased this woman down only to treat her like trash. Like, not saying she's perfect. I was just like, you really stuck for that. and I hated him for that. But at the end of the day, they both kind of. So I just and that I was recapping when I first started YouTube. I was recapping Love and Hip Hop, and the two of them, that's who ran me off of there. They just sent them mother effers to Atlanta, and I was like, I can't do this no more because I can't watch them argue. I can't watch her cry. I can't. I was like, I can't. It's just with my mental. So I stopped. They ran me away from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But like I said, Belle was talking about, you giving access to these women, like your Cardi B's. Yes, we saying Cardi B's, and I agree. Um, your Evelyn Lozada, which I'm like, she ought to be back on Basketball Wives. She don't got nothing else to do, her grown ass. And your Jocelyn Hernandez. Never like Evelyn either. Never, ever, ever like Evelyn. Which was crazy because when that whole thing was going on OG, I wasn't a fan of OG, but Evelyn was such an asshole. She's such an asshole. What is yo? What's up? That's the OG. But now the kids be having the little TikTok version, and I'll be having to change the lyrics a little bit because my oldest son was like, "Mom," I said, yo, what it is, yo? What's up? That's the little, with the new lady that did her little spin on it. But yeah, so now they all of a sudden want to try and cancel Erica. And I mean, I'm not mad at it. I just was like, yeah. But my whole thing is, and I will say this, not that it makes it right, not that I'm excusing it. This been Erica Mena. This been who she is, and this is not the first time. So that's why I said I never wrote for her. I just kind of felt sympathetic as a mom and a single mom with, like I said, the way that this man chased her down and pursued her on that other show, only to like, I was like, you are awful for that. In reference to yeah, I got what you were saying. I got what you're saying. Everything's a song lyric or a quote. This is what I was wondering. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too, because that's her other huge bag is too. I was like, oh, they gonna get rid of her. Probably not. She did do that to herself. And I feel like it struck a nerve, but that's the worst thing you could do is let somebody see that you struck a nerve. Like you lifting that table up in that lady's surgery stomach wasn't enough, but whatever. It's not. She been and now that's what they're doing is they're pulling up all of these incidents of her. Like they was pulling up the thing with Stevie J something calling babies kids and stuff. He was like, leave the kids out of it because I ain't saying nothing about your kid. And I was like, and I think Rox was talking about that particular reunion too, on saying how she was just like really, really nasty. And I know they edited that down, but I was like, Erica Mena been showing y'all that she's the animal. Mm-hmm. And she thought Bow was going to save her, and gave Love and Hip Hop her ass to kiss, and they had to come running back. But ooh, I am for real. Me and your daughter. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. We're gonna finish this wine and head on off of here. Oh, and I was speaking about Jocelyn. Did you guys see? I was hoping Nita was going to talk about it, but I know she's been having a lot of stuff going on. And part two, I think, is this week. But speaking of Jocelyn Hernandez, her interview with, and speaking of Carlos, talking about Carlos earlier, the part one of the interview. She's come a long way, but she's another one that ain't on full with Jocelyn. She's a lot, I think, smarter or evolved a lot more than people give her credit for, but she's still doing a lot. was on Carlos talking like she got some sense because the only thing that I was kind of like giving her like a half a thumbs up because like I sound full with Jocelyn either is when she was talking like about getting like signing. I'm gonna call them signing bonuses. I don't think that's the word she used for it, but for Love and Hip Hop and how her thing kept going off, and then she got a sign-in bonus with Jocelyn's Cabaret and stuff like that. And I was like, that's smart because the industry has screwed a lot of people over. So absolutely, always, ladies, fellas, get your coins. Get your coins. Take care of yourself. For show. Look, see, you just talking. What do you need? You gotta go around that way if you try and poke your head in. Don't knock my stuff over.
Um, uh, how long is this still like?
Were your brother sleeping? Child, my 15-year-old be sleeping like he got a whole full-time job. But you see my little one popping in like, okay, Kira, like somebody's old mama. All right, how long you gonna be? I did too, but that's why I wonder if she's getting therapy because listen, and me and my therapist got a lot of ground to cover because we got a lot of back like that type of stuff to cover. But it's like right now we're trying to deal with the stuff in the now, but the stuff in the then affects the stuff in the now. So it's like, and I really Stevie, she is a laugh, and that's what that don't nope. Don't say it because you about to say something crazy, and it's gonna be on YouTube, and it's gonna live. So we're just not gonna say it. We're just not gonna say it. Yeah. That's why I'm glad there's not such a stigma behind it anymore. I mean, there's still some people like I was saying something about it to my brother, and he was like, and not even for him. I just talking about somebody else in the family. And he was like, I'm like, you old school. You old school. You gotta get off of all of that. Ain't no shame because and that's what I'm trying to acknowledge that part of what I went through in my upbringing as a result of what they went through. So I'm trying to give the situation grace. But part of it was I feel like I don't know, at some point you know better, you do better, you get old, you gotta have accountability. That's when because I was talking to my therapist and she's like, well, you take accountability. And I'm thinking that's because I've been with men that don't take accountability. I have family members that raised me. My whole family is toxic as fuck. Just the whole and I was listening to watching Toya's family. I think I was listening to Bondi and we should talking about the whole family. I was like, see, that's how I feel. And then when like the whole family is toxic and then you realize it and you're trying to fix the stuff in yourself, then you kind of look like the one that's like, child, I said I was gonna get off here. I'm gonna take this last little sip of wine and let you good people go and see you guys. I think in 2 weeks. It's on the community tab. It's the last Saturday in I'm about to say August. September, and I may have a guest. Well, I'm gonna have a guest. We just have to get together and so not physically get together. Talk it out. So I'm gonna have a guest for my last one, but check the community tab. I put up the series returning in September because I try to do that at the beginning of the month. I know my watch list is at the end of the month, but my schedule is up there. So my watch list is going to be, I think, the last Friday of the month. I was trying to squeeze another one in, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And I was going to do that as a live, like I like to do special ones, and that's going to be my September releases. So that's coming up at the end of the month, the last Friday, I believe. I'm going to try to hold it to the Friday. Sometimes it'll be the Saturday or the Sunday, but the schedule keeps me at least in that area. So the watch is supposed to be the last Friday of September. The last Saturday would be my last Saturday sit not tomorrow, but the following Sunday, I believe I'm doing a live for Pajama Sundays. So definitely come through. I think I'm going to keep that around 3 o'clock. I don't know whether I want to do a poll or if that's too late. You guys want to, oh, I might have something to do on a Sunday. But there's that. And then, like I said, just check your notifications, or you could always go to, like, if it's not in the community tab, like for you guys that don't know, if you go onto my page and you go onto lives, like if I've set them up to be public, you'll see. So I'm gonna do a live for the Roja reunion. Thank you, T. I am trying and starting to look at things more optimistically, because I think that's another therapy thing. Because like, with Shayna and Belle and even you, we're celebrating these numbers and stuff and whatever like that. And I just was at a point, like, I just made 2 years on YouTube, but I didn't even double the subscribers from the first year. So I was kind of like, but I feel like I'm giving it more of an effort like I did when I first got started, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm just trying to, go along with the ride. I love my community. I love my people. And like I said, it's also that catch 22 thing, because I really, really do want to grow and, get all the benefits and stuff like that. But also, like, having these lives where it's smaller, because the same thing, like Elle says the same thing, and Elle has 6,000 subscribers, 7,000 subscribers. But sometimes her lives are small and intimate. It's better when it's smaller and intimate. You don't have nobody in here saying crazy stuff to me. I mean, I'm trying to be just thick skinned and prepared to take that, but see, I'm going on a tangent, which I've been known to do. But yes, thank you so much. I am grateful to all the great people I've met here, and it keeps me going. Like I said, I was really feeling like, I was just cancel this live. I'm just feeling so. I'm just gonna sit in my bed and just wallow my sorrows. It's like, girl, talking to your people always makes you feel better. That's like a little space that I carved out for myself. So I'm just gonna keep pushing, and the numbers are gonna be what it's gonna be, and I'm happy. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here. Thanks, Tamika. And then, enjoying and supporting my other content creators. I have to figure out, because in the month of February, I did the ladies. I did 4 watch lists, and then I shouted out my lady content creators. And that, so I want to do something like that going forward. It probably will just do it on my community tab. I don't want to wait all the way to February for Black History Month. You know what? Maybe for November, I'll do like a thankful Thursdays, and I can put up some of my, because like I didn't get to put up D, and then there's a couple other people I didn't do. Shayna or Belle also weren't on that list. Tamika was on the list. Pretty Girl was on the list. EJ was on the list. Anyway, I'm telling you all the people, but there were a couple people that weren't on the list that I just wanted to show appreciation for. So I would like to do something like that again. Always so many ideas. Like, I wish I could just literally, like, take my brain and just go like that, and then it just be on you. It just be on YouTube. No notes, no editing. Just be like, just materialize the ideas. Shoot, shoot, shoot. That's the yeah. That's the thing of it. Yeah, that's what happened for almost said Belle. Elle. It's always that one video that just sends you flying. So, like I said, I'm just doing it on my own time, and I'm trying to do the things that I like to do. Like, I would start like, oh, maybe I should ask and I probably maybe will ask you guys for suggestions going forward. But I'm just trying to do the things that I would like to do, because it's better when you review something that you like and care about, even if the world doesn't. Um, you just gotta. I see you. Looks like you're taking a little baby bit of a break, a teeny tiny, not really, but a little bit. You need it. You deserve it. We just gotta stick together in all of this. Yeah, I'm on. I don't even know if I answered your question properly, D. I love it here. It's like life. It's just stressful, but at the same time, I love it here. So yeah, like I said, it's like the catch 22 because it's like I want the subscribers, I want the numbers, I want you want the recognition. Everybody does. It's just like you can say I don't care who likes me. Eh, Everybody wants it. It just makes you feel just a wee bit better. But there's also always that part that enjoys talking to the people that I see regularly and that I support and that support me. And it's just like, you know, not that we always gonna agree, but we don't get nasty. We just, we like a little family over here. Yes, you deserve it. You deserve it. That's why I had my little I didn't take a break, but I went out. I was saying earlier that I went out for Labor Day weekend and got out and did some things because life is kicking my butt and I'm trying to like fighting for my life. Let me take my last sip of wine and say my final goodbyes before my child comes in here and have a whole issue with me. And now I don't want to hit the wrong thing because like I said, oh mm, mm, mm. Because your girl always has banners. So, like I said, you guys can find me on all social media. I'm trying to do a little bit better with posting there. I did post about the Ready to Love panel and about the Saturday Sip on my Instagram. I'm always on Twitter. Sometimes I'm out of pocket. Facebook, little, but you can find me on all social media platforms for the most part. Anybody coming through on the replay, please leave a comment, hashtag replay, drop an emoji, whatever. Just let your girl know that you stopped by. I appreciate everybody that came through. I think EJ, Pretty Girl, and Shayna will have to skip out, to do their YouTube stuff. Kendall, Tamika's Den, D Movie Man, Derry. Anybody else I miss? If I did, charge it to my and not my heart. Let me just read your comment before I go. Yeah. And that's the other things, because like me and Tamika, like I do watch list. She has, movie things. She does self-care Saturday, I have pajama Sundays, but it's like you try not to do like, especially with the watch list, like I mean, if I want to put it on there, I'm gonna put it on there, but you try not to have things that are like identical, give you guys a little something different. And then and that's why I said, see, because I'm really about to go. We all try to put our spin on it, even when we're covering the same shows, because we all got our opinions, even though sometimes if they're similar or not. But I can go on. I could go on a tangent. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Kendall, as always. I will see you in the Discord. But once again, thank you guys for coming through. And I appreciate you. And have a good night. Peace.